Let's go east to Anderson County to talk to the head coach of the Frankston Indians. We're joined by Coach Paul Gould. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are things in Frankston?
Man, they are going good.
I have no doubt you guys are a team that we have been paying pretty close attention to, putting together this 2024 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We're really excited about what you guys have going. I'm curious, I want to go back to last year. You guys go 7-4, third place in your district, end up getting bounced in the first round. But with a relatively young team. I'm curious how you assess what you guys were able to do in 2023.
Well, 7-4 is probably not. We were coming off of a 9-3 season the year before, but we knew we were going to be really young going into the next season. 7-4 is not really where we wanted to be. We want to be a little better, but we started the year. We lost our quarterback. He transferred out about 3 weeks before the season started, so we kind of scrambled at that position early on, having to start two sophomores. We kind of rotated them in and out, and for us to start the season fresh with two really just kids that hadn't been playing that position much on the varsity level for sure. For us to go through the season and finish 7-4, I was really pleased with that. A lot of our younger kids, we played a lot of sophomores, had some freshmen in the lineup, and they got a lot of experience. And, I really felt like going through the season, seeing those guys kind of progress through the season, I really felt good about things as the season ended.
We talked about, I mentioned that we've been cautiously optimistic about what's cooking out there in Frankston. You take a look, 20 of your 29 lettermen are back, 15 of your 22 starters are back. Is there a feeling around the program right now that, okay, 2024 could be a big year for the Indians?
Yeah, the kids are excited. They've been talking a lot about football. And as crazy as that sounds, this is my 6th year there, and early on, football just wasn't a really big deal. I mean, the kids like to play it, but they never really talked a lot about it. And I just feel like this year going into the off season, and especially after realignment stuff, the kids are really excited about football season. And so I really feel like that's going to be good for us, as we go through the summer and get ready to go.
Talking with Paul Gould, the head coach of the Frankston Indians here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at #TF Today. Coach, there's a variety of players on your roster that are exciting, but I think that the guy that I would probably describe from the outset as the tip of the spear is Tyler Rogers, guy who, your running back, linebacker, stirs the Gatorade, does a little bit of everything for you guys. He was a guy who was a 100-tackle guy last year, as well as nearly a 1,000-yard rusher, the utility MVP of their district. The numbers are impressive. What is it about Tyler Rogers that really makes him special?
Tyler, it's funny. We actually call him Coach Rogers because there's a lot of times he knows more about what's going on than we do in anything. He can scout out a team and find out about opposing players and things like that. But, the thing about Tyler is man, he is all in. He is 100% bought into everything we do. You're not going to outwork him. Kids in the weight room all the time. He's always working on something speed-wise, trying to get faster, trying to get better, always watching film. He's just exciting to be around. He's a great kid, and he loves football. It really makes our job easy when you have a kid like that on both sides of the ball that, he understands the game. He knows what's going on. He knows what we're trying to do offensively and defensively. And and to be that committed to it, it's exciting. I hear his name a lot from a lot of people, and it's very deserving because he's a tremendous football player, a tremendous kid, and I'm really excited to see what his senior year has in store for him.
Another one of the guys who I think there were a variety of guys that you consider the breakout player of last year. I would say A.J. Donnell is probably the guy that springs most to mind, who as a sophomore, the district offensive MVP. I mean, he threw for 4 touchdowns. He ran for 11 touchdowns. He caught 6 touchdowns. He did a little bit of everything. How do you guys go about deploying a guy like A.J. Donnell in a way that can most effectively use him? Because obviously he can do a little bit of everything for you guys.
Yes, sir. Well, last year, like I said, he was one of those 2 kids that we rotated in at quarterback. And he's just a tremendous athlete, a great kid. we had to find a way to get him a ball. As a freshman, he come up off our JV and just was he was a dude right off the start. And so last year going into the year, I was trying to keep him at receiver, but he had a little experience at quarterback. So we worked him in at quarterback and kind of brought another kid along with him. And we were able to move him around and throw him the ball and, put him in the backfield, let him play quarterback. And, just moving him all over the field. He's an explosive football player. He knows what to do when the ball's in his hands. He's trying to score all the time. And, I'm getting a lot of phone calls this all season from colleges that are really interested in him and really like him. So I really look for big things out of him as well going into this season.
Yeah, 6'2", 170, runs a 4.6 in the 40. The kid can flat out play. A.J. Donnell. It's Paul Gould, the head coach of the Frankston Indians, join us here. Coach, I do have to ask you before we let you go about your district, 8-2A Division I. Realignment, they threw you guys in the wood chipper, and the whole district got turned upside down. You're getting joined by a 3A drop down in Corsicana Mildred. You're getting some other teams from that neck of the woods that you haven't seen in a while in Kearns and Cayuga, a Division II promotion in Price Carlisle. It's a whole new looking district. When you take a look at 8-2A Division I, I'm curious what you see when you look at it.
Well, it's funny you say that. I haven't. Since I've been in Frankston, we haven't played any of these teams. Carlisle was in our district our first couple of years here, but other than that, Cayuga and Crossroads, Kearns, they're right down the road for us, but we haven't played them. And it's going to be interesting. We've been in their same basketball district, we've been in the same track district with them, but we've never played them in football. So we kind of know the kids. Because we've seen them in other sports, but as far as seeing them in football, we hadn't seen that yet. So it's going to be really interesting. Don't know a ton about them in football, and looking forward to seeing some new guys and going to a completely new region. Don't know a lot about all the schools out here in Region 2 anymore. So, man, it's going to be fun playing our district and going into the region and just kind of seeing how everything falls out.
It's a brave new world for the Frankston Indians and their head coach, Paul Gould. Coach, we sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on your 2023 season, and really looking forward to seeing what you guys do in 2024.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. There he goes, Paul Gould, head coach of the Frankston Indians. Join us here for Texas Football Today.